guys, we out here running the Machete 4x4 with the 6S upgrade. I'll get back on the bench and show y'all and tell y'all all about what I put in this thing. I do have a concern when I install this, so it may come up while I'm running it. Hopefully not, but at any rate, you know, we're gonna try it out. I did do some work on the center diff as well, but we're gonna find out what this thing gonna do, and hopefully we'll be more than satisfied with how everything turns out. Hopefully that problem that I'm looking at won't really be a problem. Hopefully Loctite is enough to fix it. So this is the 6S Machete. We got wheelie in it. Wheelie in. That system is doing justice. We just got we're not even gonna stay out here too long. It's tough to get them donuts because I'm still ballooning a lot. That problem coming. It's a little squirrely. I might have to do some adjusting on that center diff. It's kind of got a feather because when you get in it, starts trying to fishtail like the rear is like. Whoa. Whoa. I want to get in it with the diff so stiff and it's rolling backwards. Yeah. See if I can get another wheelie. Gotta get the batteries going. It's a little cool out today. Can't be jumping on it. Hard to keep it straight, guys. See if we can get in it. It's hard to the left. It's pulling hard to the left. We'll see what happens, guys. I got my videographer out here. Like I said, it's a chilly day. We're not gonna stay out here too long. I don't want to freeze my poor wife to death. That's just a quick run of the Redcat Machete with that 6S power. Yeah, I'm running that Hobbywing bl8 150 amp ESC with the 2000 kV 40. It's a legitimate 42. I want to just say that, legitimate 42 millimeter by 78 millimeter can. And she got this thing done. besides just running the RC, but I figured I'd get out here real quick and just give y'all a little taste of things to come with this Redcat Mechete. I really want to like this thing. Like I said, I did find something that was very upsetting to me, but hopefully I won't have a problem. I can only run it and see, you know. Because I feel like things have to do, you know, $116. Donuts, but really kicking some adjustment to that center disc. That's clear. Adjustment to that center diff. I shouldn't have to sit at a dead standstill. The thing is heavy. 15 pounds. That videographer bold to stand in there like that. I might pick the wrong time. We're gonna cut this short, I don't want to just keep, you know, dodging cars with this thing. It's only a matter of time. We're gonna wrap this up. Just like I said, it's a little chilly out here. The temperature dropped out, but I needed to get out here and test these batteries out. I got some Synergy nanotechs in here. You know, you can extend the battery bay on this thing and fit some nice batteries in here. So, you know, batteries are waking up right around now. But like I said, that's gonna be it for this Redcat Mechete run. For now, it seems like things are holding up with that pinion gear situation that I ran into. Because right now, it seems like things are working out for me, but once I was out here with it and the pinion did come off, that could have just been me. So that's what this is all about. And I'm glad I'm able to get this first run out here with you guys. So y'all can check this thing out. This is worthwhile. Check out just how far the upgradability really goes with this as far as electronics. I didn't change the servo because the servo's doing good. Yeah, guys, we're back inside on the bench with the Redcat Mechete. Looked like that was a successful run. Y'all can check out my Hobbywing Gen 2, 150 amp DSC with the 6.5 bullet connectors coming off the 2000 kV, truly legitimate 42/74 size can. I think that you know, I got a hobby fan, racing fan on here. I'm gonna do some upgrading to this thing so I can get a little more airflow down to the motor. I'm gonna do a video on that. Let you guys check that out. So we're gonna go inside. This little flap here lets you just pop in on the pinion gear. And looks like it's holding, guys. I don't think, it looks like it's holding. There's the grub screw right there. Grub screw right there. That was my concern, that this was going to possibly come off, you know. So, you know, you're supposed to check everything after a run anyway. So I'm just checking to see. Don't look like it's moving. Let me see if I can get inside the grub screw and make sure it's tight, you know. Just things that you should do anyway after you run your RC. You're always supposed to check it out and clean it up, guys. That's how you keep an RC for a while. You run them and then they break down and you have a whole lot of extra issues that you really shouldn't have, because we don't do that after run maintenance. It's a lot easier with the electric models than the nitro models. Let me just say that. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. Don't feel loose. So looks like everything worked out well. And then you could just, you don't even have to unscrew anything. You can just pop this guy back into place. Sorry about my camera work, guys. I'm trying to work with one hand and see what I'm doing all at the same time. So I might be a little bit random with the camera. So you guys forgive me for that. But the important thing is that you did get a successful run in. The pinion gear has not come off. It's not to say that it never will, but right now, I'm glad to see that it stayed on there. Now, the issue I was talking about is the fact that the stock motor has a 25 millimeter spline on it, and the motor that I'm using only has an 18.5. So I was giving up over 5 millimeters of bite inside the pinion gear. So that's why I was worrying about it coming off, because it did happen to me, like I said earlier, it did happen to me once, but since then I made sure that I put enough Loctite on it, made sure I had plenty of Loctite on it, because I thought I did it properly the first time, but obviously not. So this actually wasn't the first run, it's the second run. So since it's the second run of this thing, oh yeah, let me show y'all the batteries I'm running with. Snatch one out for you right quick. You know, these are old school batteries. I take the batteries that give me the best deal, best bang for my buck. You know, when you get a Turnigy battery, you know it's gonna be 5,000 milliamps, regardless of the C rating. As you can see, this has a 70 to 140 C burst. It's a nanotech. It's a soft pack. It's a 3S. It fits nicely in here. It's a little long, you know, but like, as you can see by these screws, you can take this battery bay and you can extend it so it'll accommodate a battery like this. Anyway, I'll share some links in the description for the batteries I'm running in case anybody's interested. And like I said, this Hobbywing motor, I'll have to grab the box and show you guys. But, you know, we want to make the hobby better for everybody. Like I said, be aware when you pick a system to upgrade from 4S to 8S, I didn't do my due diligence on that one. I wanted to try this new system out, so I just grabbed it. Not thinking that there would be an issue of how long the shaft would be, you know, because most of these are standard. So you would expect this to be standard too. But it's not standard. You know, as you can see, the motor mount is pretty thick and it's a long way to get to the inside spur gear, but it's reduction gear. It's a long way to connect with that. So, you know, it is what it is. So far it's holding up. Maybe we won't have to worry about it. And so, yeah, I'm not taking back my rant because I still feel like that's something that, you know, shouldn't exist. You shouldn't end up with a situation where you can't put any motor in any RC in terms of it fitting with the shaft length. You know, I mean, obviously, you know, there's some things, there's some limits. You know, you can't just disregard scale and stuff like that. But just because this is a 1/7 scale, I don't see that problem with any 1/8 scale and with the 1/7 scales that are out there. The Armor Fire Team, you know, all of the different cars, the Traxxas cars, you know, and that are out there, they don't have this issue, you know. So to find it here, it was disheartening, to say the least. You know, I guess you could tell by my rant. So I still stand by my words with that because I feel like this is something that should be addressed. So I'm gonna have some uneven wear. You're still gonna have that. Yeah, and it's not lined up where the spur gear and the reduction gear are even. You know what I mean? So that they would wear evenly and flatly. So there's gonna be that, you know. And I also noticed that my motor gets hotter towards the front of the can, you know, as opposed to being kind of even with heat, and it's like a 25-degree difference. So it's an indication in my mind that my bearings are gonna work a little harder at the front of the can. and they're gonna wear out sooner in the front of the can, which all things wear out. So we're just gonna see how good this system is under heavy duress, because it's gonna face some serious tests running in this car. But this is what I got for it. This is what I'm gonna do. Now, I could always go and get Redcat's motor, which I really don't want to do, because I feel some type of way about that. But because of the deal I got with this thing, in all honesty, if I went and bought their system, it would amount to me buying a 6S system and put it in here, even if I had to go and get the ESC. And with that in mind, I could always dump, which I, did actually. I could always take and put the motor and ESC that I pulled out of here. I can always recoup that, put it up for sale, and so then it'll be less money that I would have actually spent, because I would recoup some of my money on that. Can always do that and absorb that cost that way and still come out with a good deal. So it's pros and cons to it. I want to be fair. It's pros and cons to it. But at that time of that rant, that's why it's called a rant, because you're feeling how you feel in the moment. You're feeling that way, because it's like, why do I have to run into this? And some of the things that, I still feel like they're kind of stupid. This is the Redcat Mechete, converted from 4S to 6S with the Hobbywing Gen 2 bl8 scale, 150 amp ESC with the 4274 size motor can, 2000 kV. And as I've said many a time, especially because that's what I do a lot. If you're not crashing, you're not bashing. TKS Hobby saying, be blessed and be safe. Signing out.